के लैंड होते हुए और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जब उसके पहले यात्री हैं, तब ये जो सफर है और भी रोमांचक हो जाता है। हम जैसा कि आपको बता रहे थे कि ये विजनरी दो ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के जो विजनरी दो ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं, उनका एक संगम है। अगर हम साबरमती रिवर फ्रंट की बात करें तो एक समय पर यहाँ कूड़े कचरे का ढेर लगा रहता था और आज ये एक ऐसी जगह है, एक इंटरनेशनल टूरिस्ट पॉइंट बन चुका है ये साबरमती रिवर फ्रंट। और उसके साथ ही जब केवड़िया की हम बात करते हैं तो
बीच उपलब्ध होगी ये सी प्लेन सेवा और 19 सीटर सी प्लेन है ये जिसका
All right, Meghna is back with us. Meghna, as we get these visuals from the Sabarmati riverfront of the first seaplane that has landed there and of course Prime Minister Modi was on that flight, the first flight, the first seaplane service that has been launched today by Prime Minister Modi. Just give us a sense of what, the transformation that of course Gujarat has seen over the years, and this is clearly, due to Prime Minister Modi's insightful and visionary thinking. During his tenure, as you belong to Gujarat, Meghna, so during his tenure as the Chief Minister and now the Prime Minister of the country, the immense development that Gujarat has seen, and of course the entire country now looking up to the state as well, being its role model, the entire transformation that's going through these years.
Absolutely, Nancy. It has been a transformational journey that Gujarat had seen during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's regime from 2001, and it still continues when he is the Prime Minister. Because when actually, if I describe my emotions, it was a majestic, a splendid, spectacular feeling of seeing something like this land on the waters of the river Sabarmati. And currently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was viewing the entire map and the entire structure, a prototype of how the water runway looks, and also about what are the things around here. So as I told you already, there is this water runway is built between two bridges. One is the Ambedkar Bridge and the Sardar Bridge, and it is built right here. And now Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi is going to actually unveil and inaugurate this service from Sabarmati riverfront as well. So it is going to be a very important service when tourists will come here from far-flung areas, and it is first of the more planned services that are going to come up across the country in places that have been identified and are on the planning stage, definitely. And one more thing, Nancy, here is it is definitely a very important, overwhelming and a warm feeling to see Prime Minister Narendra Modi come to Sabarmati whenever he comes or visits the Sabarmati ashram or comes to visit the riverfront, because the riverfront project especially was his brainchild, and riverfront has transformed tremendously the entire landscape, or you can say the entire town management of Ahmedabad, and it has created a landmark. People from different regions of the country come here and actually talk about the Gujarat model when they see this riverfront at the Sabarmati river. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi is now accepting the welcome from the people of Ahmedabad. Ahmedabadis are welcoming him, and there are nearby on the riverfront there are several residential localities also. And since I am here from the morning, I have been witnessing crowds eagerly waiting for Prime Minister Narendra Modi to arrive on that seaplane. And earlier also, when the docking of the seaplane was done at the Sabarmati riverfront on about 26th of October, the number of people actually, a huge number of people actually arrived at the Sabarmati riverfront to witness the seaplane. And when we actually say that if you want to fly in the sky and land in the water, this is going to be your thing, and the adventure, the excitement that one is going to feel when they travel from Kevadia to Ahmedabad riverfront or either way is going to be a very spectacular feeling. This has cut short about 4 to 5 hours of journey of about 200 kilometers to just 45 minutes, and that also depends a bit on the wind velocity. And obviously we know that the water current is not very high on the Sabarmati riverfront, so it is a very apt place for the seaplane to land. And we know that it is very difficult. The seaplane operations requires far more skill, and as it is manually operated, definitely a unique service. And when we know that when Prime Minister Narendra Modi had embarked on this journey, he actually took an entire explanation of the journey from Kevadia, and when he landed here, Airport Authority of India officials were explaining the entire prototype of the construction of the operations to him when he disembarked from the seaplane at the Sabarmati riverfront and crossed the gangway, which is about 12 meters and which connects the actual structure of the Sabarmati riverfront.
So that was day 2 of Prime Minister Modi's visit to Kevadia in Gujarat, and some time back, of course, a momentous, in fact, a moment was witnessed because India's first seaplane service has been launched, and of course, with that, the distance between Kevadia and Sabarmati riverfront has been reduced to minutes. And which has in fact come down from hours to minutes, clearly changing the face of Kevadia and Gujarat, and of course bringing a lot of transformation to that place, and of course a lot of benefits that will come with that in terms of employment and the economy getting a boost as well. So a lot on the agenda that was there on 2-day visit of Prime Minister Modi to Gujarat. Day 1 saw several developmental projects being launched, and day 2 saw of course a homage being paid to the Iron Man of India on the occasion of National Unity Day today. Then the interaction with of course the civil service probationers, the Ekta Divas parade, and towards the end of day 2 on the agenda, the first seaplane service of the country that was launched there in Kevadia.
जी हाँ, किसने कल्पना की थी कि इतने कम समय में केवड़िया वैश्विक मानचित्र पर पर्यटन का इतना लोकप्रिय स्थल बनकर उभरेगा। और इसी के साथ हमारी इस खास कवरेज में इतना ही। हमारे साथ खास मेहमान शेखर अय्यर जुड़े थे। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया शेखर जी हमसे जुड़ने के लिए और तमाम बातें, अपनी विचारों को हमसे साझा करने के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। और इसी के साथ साथ बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया तमाम दर्शकों का भी जो लगातार हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए थे। सरदार पटेल को